see. Shit, been bought it. What the hell did it say? Oh, I just did it. Yeah, no seeing far back. I guess the flashes and all that shit. Yeah, miscarriage. Okay, so that's a big message to this game too. Suicidal, going through stuff. I was censored. Really? I want to show it. Just can't bear it. Just see. Don't look at it. Turn your head. It's like a horror movie, basically. Like how they used to tell us when we were kids. Turn your head.
Ciao, I'm Julia. Julia Kay. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin.
Julia.
There is so much that
So where it takes
I should
place.
start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929,
Shit.
when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
Damn, that's old as hell. That was about 100 some years old. Just about. Character development. I like this one then.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Language type.
Yes, I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman, could you tell me her story? Even if it's foggy outside. Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
Wait later.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved.
It's a big ass book.
She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
Oh, the poor dear. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, Poppet, but that's the way it is, and we must learn to deal with it.
Okay, I'll try. But it makes me so mad.
That old
Keep
time
on reading, Nanny.
Nanny.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved. When fog arises, the White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain.
That shit.
Within the fog of dawn, hunters have
outside,
claimed to hear the
so
wailing of a woman
she don't
in the
need the water.
distance.
Yeah, that shit don't start.
I'm a little scared of this story, even though I like the lady.
Should I stop reading, my little sparrow?
No, Nanny. Daddy always tells me that fear must be faced. Go ahead.
Okay, honey. Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
The White Lady. I can write a story using your character. But me, I make it so much scarier.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy.
I really ain't got PS4.
My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place. reel off the film.
Definitely 1040s. Super old ass camera.
Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in.
So it's so much evolves. Technology.
Close the camera. Load the film.
I like that name. Explicit Reaper.
Activate the timer.
I hope you get a trick this old ass camera can do all that.
Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
Oh.
What? Is that a person? I must help them.
That's probably my brightness. A little bit. At least this ain't like Outlast. That game, I really hate it because it's pitch black. You can't even see nothing outside. That's good.
I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible.
Yeah, that's her.
I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared.
Yeah, that's that shit.
I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was.
Who was she?
It was my sister,
Ah,
my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend.
what the
I
hell?
was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think.
So, twin sisters. So what the fuck?
I have to stay calm.
And who am I playing?
Martha is not dead.
Oh, so Martha is
It's not possible.
okay.
It's not true.
The game Martha is dead.
There's no need to worry. Everything is fine.
So we care tonight.
Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. It's not true.
She's funny.
Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. "Martha, are you okay?" she asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone.
So, she wanted
I would have to pretend to be Martha forever.
is dead. Ain't to be Martha. You ain't mom. You can tell them apart. Fucking tall was she? 6 foot? How old are they?
O Lord, who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul.
Yeah, about 20.
Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Eric, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
So she figured out she was Martha.
Daddy must be devastated. He loves me. I messed up and now I have to watch him suffer my death. I can at least light the candles and let him find some comfort in sleep. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours. These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here. Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
I was in the oboe solo since middle school band. And I played the trumpet. I wanted to do drums, really. Yeah, about 20. She was tall as fuck. About 6'1". I wouldn't her. She looked though. I told she.
When you're done, can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second.
Okay, Jesus, come on. I'm confused. She don't know who she is. When she said the other name, the next.
Is someone coming
July
to get these
17th,
damn
1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. When Mummy asks for something, there's no escaping it. July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Julia. Monsignor Attilio D. July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss, and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant Colonel Rapporteur. An old painting. I find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep solitude to me.
Seen it painted somewhere, I don't know where. Or somewhere like that. I seen it painted like it.
There's no reason to use the phone right now. A telegraph box. I know how to use it. Daddy taught me.
Get a move on.
I better go or she'll end up getting seriously angry.
Okay, what flowers it? So cute up. Thanks.
Everything always has to be perfect with her.
She just called her Iris. So which is she gonna call her Iris or Martha?
Londra.
Like she
Trasmettiamo
confused.
alcuni
All the
messaggi speciali. Felice non è felice. È cessata la pioggia. La mia barba è bionda. Parla Londra.
really flower.
Abbiamo trasmesso alcuni messaggi speciali.
Still, yeah, she died though. The next one was drowning. I know they could swim, so whatever. That's really that's my objective. So, sit on my body. It's cold. It's this
What's happening? Who closed the door?
Erich, Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here, of all places?
What? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irene? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf, and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irene. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me? They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares. Martha has lost her soul. 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 lost her soul. Martha has lost her soul. I stole her identity. 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 I stole her identity.
That weird shit.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now... Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul? This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened. Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe. The elegant dress? No, I'll never hear the end of it from Mother.
I didn't see how they think you her. They think Judas was dead. It's Martha was dead. They just can't tell apart no way. I would just say they both dumb. They don't know they kids.
It's July 18th.
1944, so about in their 20s.
It's about 9:30.
What does take place at?
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together.
This is my boyfriend. This side's Martha. No, this her side. This Martha's side. So this guy.
I'm already dressed.
Shut up. I want to see what's in it.
Everything I need is always in my bag. The key to my trinket box.
Oh, they both so what's in hers?
Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together.
Yes, Huey, I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast. Fine, but I'm not sure we should let her sleep all day. What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
I'm trying to, like, it's bright as hell in the damn room. Shit, the whole house bright. You don't need a light on, really. It's not. So the nanny says she to the mansion. They rich or something? What's the dad in the same time period?
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
Yeah, they're very identical. That's crazy. They still can't tear them apart. Got the wrong button. Take off.
Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad.
Lots.
There's no shortage of paintings in our house. Mum is passionate about painting. It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
So they own room there. Makes sense. So why they bring got two beds? Two sides in there. Maybe twins. Confused family.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The thought makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Okay, now you put the jitters. Alright. Let's put this frame. Camera.
Daddy says that our wine, which is produced here, is extraordinary. I hate wine. I prefer beer.
Consider me. I love wine more.
These plates are not ours. Nanny left them here. I remember them well. During deep winter, I would go to sleep snuggled by the fire and Nanny would get angry. Do you want to turn into a piece of charcoal, Julia? Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth.
What's wrong with it? What if there's some crazy shit?
First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th. A kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers and an unexpected distribution of jam. Julia Kay, distressed but supported by faith. Irenei the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased.
Sounds like Italy. Something like that.
Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk.
Yeah, there's somewhere over there.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times.
Looking right at it.
For Julia, to take more and more photos. Dad. I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph the sparrow. There are so many of them out here. Bread, butter, jam, and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously. There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
My wife was telling me which one she works. Did it.
I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques.
Two cameras here. Neon paintings.
Dante's Inferno illustrated by Dore. Always hanging cheery things. One of Daddy's many photos. Who knows who these other people are? These masks, I remember them vividly. I always tried to escape their gaze. War, always war, even in paintings. Old photographs that Father took of this house.
Oggi Bonsi. On the day of St. Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American bombing.
Florence, July 15th, 1944.
regiment
General
of
Erich
cavalry
K.
yesterday, forcing the
As per
French
our
to
prior
retreat.
agreement,
The
we are
other
sending you
General
military
Gordon.
encrypted
The
communication
situation
material.
is currently
The
under
device
control.
must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feldmaskeralo, Carl H.
I swear some games took place here, especially Assassin's Creed.
What the hell? For a moment I thought I saw... No, that's not possible. It must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist.
What's that shit? If I go in the doctor by stuff again, something. How did she get back in the house then? Check it for girl. Alright.
We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
No wonder then. Pumpkins, big ass apples. Shit. Ooh, stocked up here. I don't know what he do though. He's a gentleman. So what does she do?
Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric. 4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here? These could be of use to me. Mummy's sewing machine. She learnt how to sew because nobody else could do it to her liking. Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good? This fabric is not new to me, yet I do not think I have ever seen it in the house. Our wine. Daddy is so proud of it.
I'm stocked up.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to. There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
Yep, I'm glad cameras have evolved, because this shit I was not had the patience for. Some people did. Me, I couldn't.
Before I can use the enlarger, I should take a photo. Daddy had this device brought here last week. It's old, but still works. He has always loved everything technological.
So over here.
These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls. The puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that. When I was little, these barrels seemed enormous. I thought I could live inside one.
Okay, dark one more. And which way to the garden? Lemon trees. Maybe I see a stone house.
Excellent. I've taken the picture, now it's straight to the darkroom in the cellar to print it. Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget. This is the centre of our farm, but since we moved here, it hasn't worked like it used to. Security matters, Daddy says. I was afraid of animals when I was little. I never approached them alone. The cows, that must be Chinsey and her little calf. It was always fun to watch the goats get milked. Ice was one of the more agitated ones and would always drive Nanny crazy.
Security all out here. And he just left the daughter alone.
My bike, the wheel is deflated as usual. A bicycle pump will solve this.
It's cold outside. This heat on. That's hot. Close it.
I can't develop the photo like this. That's too slimy. Stay right there. It's that messages. You'll probably definitely be able to pictures. Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
You can't break all the shows. Still reading.
I don't like wine all that much, but I go crazy for our dessert wine. It is very sweet. Camera is set up with the self-timer.
some footsteps. And she ain't hear this shit? I know she has it. She ain't hear it.
With the enlarger, I can print the images from the film onto paper.
Yeah, it's creepy. Shit, the spell right there. Alright.
Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone.
Shit, just like shit, the old cameras right there and shit. For development. Spooky.
I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened. But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind?
Shit.
Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory.
This is some games.
Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
This shit open, dude. It is dark as hell. Why? Let's put the damn timer.
It's dark and I can't turn on the lights. It's dangerous. I'll need a flash for the camera. I can look for it amongst Daddy's things in the room below his bedroom.
Well, this is the more days. It's creepy. A relative just passed away and they just constantly be in the coffin right there. The top not on them. I'm sure everybody sleep. And the body just get up. And we gonna go to the lake in the middle of the night at 11:30. Fuck that.
Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha even in the dark. Daddy's stuff. War maps. I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line.
Get to it. So who did paintings? Cardi, man. He's so what's that? Could get it. It's not like you had air on or a fan. I wouldn't be able to sleep in this time period. I need air.
I don't have the courage to use the phone. Not right now.
So where the key for her ring there? That still don't make no sense. You gotta close it with your stuff in the other room. Along with stuff. Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty, but shit. It be crashing my system though. I can force that fan go faster and faster. Get higher than shuts off.
July 18th. Everything has changed. I feel like a different person. The best part of me left with Martha. My enthusiasm, my desire to live, and the will to joke around. I find myself alone, left to my own devices, confused with no desire or expectations. I was handling the cameras at the lake and there was a floating body on the water. I don't remember what I was doing before. Yet another memory lapse. That lifeless body was Martha's, my sister. Mummy ran up to me and hugged me, thinking I was Martha, and that I, Julia, was dead. I didn't correct her mistake, and now it's too late.
Sure.
If they find out I have been fooling everyone, I don't even want to think about it. I feel terribly guilty pretending to be Martha, pretending to be deaf. I took the photo for Martha's frame. I know it's too late now, and I felt incredible pain placing the picture. I said goodbye to her forever in that moment. I realized she was gone, and there was no going back. I must do one thing for Martha. I must find out what happened. The partisans couldn't have killed her. That's just ridiculous. Lapo is my friend, and he is one of them. He loved us so much. We know all of them, so it's just impossible.
Something happened. That table, the white lady.
done. It would be nice to have you always by my side, even if it's just a picture.
Some of the door wide open. Just trying to leave early. None of the neighbors are here, really shit. I ain't seen one person. Where the fuck is it looking? Because I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. No cigars, no security, none of it. No more families. That's the war zone. This is soldiers.
I love the night, but this night scares me. In the dark, I can feel all the harm I've caused. It's getting closer with each step. I feel it brushing up against
Well, nobody told you. Go out there by yourself.
me like a cold wind. I hurt Martha. The closer I get to the lake, the more certain I am of this. How could it not be? I killed her to steal the love that everyone felt for her but didn't feel for me. How could I have done such a thing?
So cute. Just taking pictures. Right.
German soldiers. Daddy ordered patrols to be carried out near the house, but how could they have lost a helmet? God only knows.
Fuck that shit. By yourself. Ignorance in a way. It's always one. I never forget to find the truth. By yourself. Yeah. Not really fuck that. Almost. Definitely not. Walking right back to the house. Let them sit.
Oh no! Damn lamp! Luckily I still have my lighter with me.
You saw this? Ghost? Right lady. Marcus Ghost. So to the devil, let's go. Break it. Yeah. Make sure the light set this. It's 3 o'clock and I know it's that late.
The cameras are somewhere around here.
Somewhere around here. Maybe right where the exit.
A shred of fabric here in the woods. How strange. Let's take a photo. 2 cameras left. How could it have ended up here? It looks familiar. One more camera to collect. That's it. I've got them all. These films are going to help me understand what happened. Now I should rush home to develop them.
At least could have did by itself.
Julia. Julia.
bullshit. Alright. Mayonnaise. Hallucinations. ASMR. Okay, good. She didn't tell her damn things. This shit,
Oh, yet another nightmare. She entered my dreams once more. Maybe she wants to talk to me. What am I saying? Fairy tales coming true. Yet I feel... No, these are the thoughts of a crazy person, and I'm not crazy. Oh, damn it, what's all this blood? I'm not due yet, and there's a lot more than usual. What's happening to me? Am I going to be joining Martha sooner than I thought? I have to wash up and do what needs to be done. If I'm sick, I have little time. The truth awaits me. It must be hidden within those rolls. That's better. But I still don't understand all of that blood. That's never happened to me before. But I'm not going to tell my doctor. Otherwise he'll make me stay in bed and rest. It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
How are you doing today, Rennie?
I'm worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of...
No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't...
Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly?
He must be terribly scared, and Julia always used to say that.
Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny who, deep down, is a good woman.
The nanny. I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia. With her evil passion for those cards, they are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear.
Of course. I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day.
You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again. How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Don Attilio, he is a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game, but most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me?
By invading. New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From
The
this
radio
moment
needs
on,
to be kept on at all times these days. It can save your life knowing things on time, especially before they happen.
all windows, including cellars, house entrances, and doorways, must remain closed night and day. The population are advised to stay in their cellars, or, where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows. I shall repeat for clarity. New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From this moment on, it is forbidden for anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets.
General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behavior. German command of S. Vincenzo Attori. Telephone number 1185.
To stay in their cellars, or, where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows.
Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions.
What the hell?
Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future, and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise? Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink keyring. Try to stay safe. Best regards, Nanny. Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide?
Well, find the key.
Pervertin again. I feel like these pills do nothing other than agitate her. There are more and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened. This is Mummy's jewellery. She wears them every day, even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
Thank you.
Nets for catching butterflies, poor creatures. I had so much fun with them. The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and/or protects them and provides them with clothing and/or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot. The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession. War rages on the Eastern Front, an attack launched by the Soviets after hours of cannonade. The fight on this front has been going on for a long time. Fighting in Normandy. Victorious Germanic counterattack on the road from Perrières to Carentan. Pont-Heber reconquered north of Saint-Lô. Many US losses caused by the flying bomb action. Italian workers in Germany. The following rule. The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and/or protects them and provides them with clothing and/or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot. Mummy's family coat of arms. Daddy, Mummy, and my grandparents. It seems almost impossible that Father is a soldier. Mother would have been more suitable if she wasn't a woman. Books, books, and more books. In our villa there must be 10 times more than even here. orange filter. When there is fog, it improves the image by giving it some contrast. This lens increases the framed area. It allows me to fit more into the image. With this lens, I can shoot very close up. With this lens, everything gets bigger. Blue filter, ideal for indoor photos. Red filter for super high contrast photos. A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see. I have to be careful and keep the volume down as I listen. I must go unnoticed. I am meant to be deaf after all.
Ready? Julia! You ready?
Sure, Daddy. I'm good to start.
I've already started recording.
Oh, no, my voice will sound awful.
No way, come on. Didn't you want to study singing anyway?
No, I was young and stupid when I said that.
Okay. Ready?
Go. Oh, how nice. It's the rehearsal for last week's concert. I never heard the recording. But I was right, my voice is awful. Cannot be called singing. Anyway, it's time I develop these film rolls. I can't wait any longer. I wish I could just stop time. These images could change everything. I cannot bear the fact that I may have hurt Martha. I would rather die. Damn my head and these memory lapses. It's such a pain not remembering. It's like getting lost inside yourself.
Just 2 cameras. Where the second one had to be? Okay, there's 2 more. That's 4 to follow. Just color me.
Here I was running toward the pier, just as I remember.
I understood part. Don't even show what happened to her then. Unless this last one, I'll show something. And what if it don't show nothing? Right, that's all the evidence then. Let's show. Don't even show me. So, what about the other cameras? Well, that's basically the same thing.
The end of a relationship. It's very clear, but my plans will be successful. I only need to know what these plans are. The end of a relationship. It's very clear, but my plans will be successful. I only need to know what these plans are. Old photographs that father took of this house. Only 1 divination per day.
Shit, that's it really. The camera really didn't show nothing. something. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, it's like pages. Yeah, I did it wrong.
Yes, I've undressed and I'm about to dive in. This matches my memory. I'm carrying Martha to shore. I'm trying to save her. My memories, although fuzzy, do match reality. I feel a little better. Now I can find out who really hurt Martha. Maybe I should meet with the White Lady. She might be able to tell me something. Is this crazy talk? Yes, definitely. But what's normal about any of this? Maybe you have to be a little crazy to get anything done.
Oh. What's checking this game, though?